Brandon says, Robert and Austin, I absolutely love the show. I wish I would have learned from you both years ago. Thank you so much, Brandon, for the kind words. He says, my question is, I would love to get into real estate investing. What are your thoughts on turnkey property companies like REI Nation and Rent to Retirement? Is it worthy to use them as a simpler way to get into real estate investing? Robert, you know a ton about real estate investing. Why don't you start with by answering how you invest in real estate, how you recommend people to invest in real estate, and then maybe what your take is on these sort of turnkey real estate investment syndications.
Absolutely. So here's my take. How I invest in real estate and how I started 30 years ago is I started small. So anyone listening right now, if you really wanted to get into real estate, I would say find a local contractor that maybe you can partner with or a local investor. Find, if you don't have a friend, find somebody, go to a meetup and find a good real estate agent that can help you find these off-market deals, find you stuff before it's too late, and you can buy something small, preferably a fixer-upper in a neighborhood that's growing. That's the meat and potatoes of everything I do. I think that's a great way to start. But if you want to use one of these, my main concern with these REI Nation and Rent to Retirement companies is Austin and I did some research for you and everyone listening. We couldn't find the fee structure on any of these websites. We dug and dug and dug, and we could not figure out what are they charging me off the top to invest in these projects. And the other part that scares me about these is just the headline. On Rent to Retirement, it said, buy today 40K below market value with as little as 5% down. That scares me because when they say that, they can't guarantee it. There's probably not a world where it's as little as 5% down. So for me, I feel like these companies exist to be able to make a ton of fees off of people that want an easy entry into the real estate market. So that is why I don't use these kind of companies. To put a bow on it, I think people should look at investing in real estate. Everyone should own real estate, but start small. Make sure you have enough budget to get the project done because every project takes longer and costs more than you think, and partner with people that know what they're doing and you'll be just fine in the real estate market.
Actually, Robert, that's a great segue. We created the Rich Habits Real Estate Hacks PDF. It's like 30 plus different considerations to take into account when it comes to doing fix and flips or house hacking or anything real estate related. So click the link in the show notes below. It's going to be big, bolded, starred. It's completely free. Go download that. You guys are going to love it. But I couldn't agree more. I did some research. You're right. REI Nation, I was able to really dig in there. They claim to have helped thousands of people, which is awesome if that's the case. I just really want to emphasize what Robert said about the fee transparency. If you are comfortable paying fees, which like fees are a part of life, I get it. Paying fees if it's to an advisor or carry on an investment or a property manager or like whatever. I understand everyone has to make money, but make sure that you're comfortable paying whatever fees that they offer you. If you're looking for an alternative to some of these like turnkey rental properties, I guess like there's two ways to think about it. One is the I don't actually own it. I'm just like enjoying the cash flow that comes from some of that. Fundrise is a wonderful way to enjoy that. And so is the VNQ ETF and the IYRI ETF. On the flip side, if you actually do want to own the property, it's in your name, you can walk there, you can screen tenants, like that's your thing. I would encourage you to try and follow what Robert just suggested about like working with local people, doing as much as you can on your own at first before going out and paying whatever these fees might be for a turnkey property. Like we did find some numbers in the sense of like, I think it was 5% of the purchase price goes straight to the REI Nation or Rent to Retirement as like compensation. Then they take like a 10% monthly fee on like your rent. Like there's a lot of stuff around that. So just like be careful, understand what you're getting yourself into, and just also understand the opportunity cost. Robert and I are big believers in a diversified portfolio, which in our opinion is having 65 to 85% invested into the index funds and ETFs we love, and the other 15 to 35% diversified across blue chip single stocks, maybe some income producing ETFs, some real estate, some cryptocurrency, some precious metals, some private investments, right? That's that 15 to 35% diversification bucket. And if this is a part of your diversification bucket, go right ahead. good. Just understand that, there are things like IYRI, like Realty Income Corporation, like
Yep.
Fundrise, like VNQ, and other real estate focused investments that might be cheaper and can have more outsized returns. So just understand the pros and cons of using a turnkey property company like this, Brandon, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I like it both ways, but I just like to see people start small because at the end of the day, a lot of times when you're investing in these companies like mentioned, the fees are so high that the profits are very low, the returns are very low for the investors. And that's something I don't like to see. Everything Austin and I talk about in the Rich Habits Network or we invest in and share with our members is always about really high returns if we can find them and flushing out the best deals. So just always make sure you understand the fee structures and the red flags when they don't show them clearly because we couldn't find them on either one of these websites.